2003, we were very proactive in trying to find more members for Aladdin, but it was interesting to see that people at the beginning did a good job. We don't get many more new members at the moment, so I think we more or less have the most important big added learning information centers in the network. Then in September was the workshop where I just mentioned that Professor Shah happened to be there and started to get interest in the Aladdin network. In 2004, I had 2 task force members staying at my institute to talk with me about IT developments, because I think more and more IT is getting important for a global network. We also in summer had a very nice initiative of the Latin American Aladdin members. They met for 3 days, people from Chile, from Mexico, 6 professionals, to, as an outcome, do a joint bibliography on adult learning in Latin America. So it was not just a bibliography from this one organization and the other, they really joined their efforts. The same year, we had a workshop in South Africa, and following the workshop, I had a specific Aladdin workshop on the issue of creating a toolkit for setting up basic documentation centers. More to that later. And then in December, the pilot country study for India was published, I think. So let me say that during that year, Professor Shah did the same that the Aladdin members did at the beginning. The first action they took was to say we have to map the situation in India. He sent out a questionnaire to 208 institutions, and 47 of them responded. And those 47 are listed in this directory. So this is the National Aladdin India Directory. Following this National India Aladdin Directory, they had a workshop in March where they come together, and there they agreed that capacity building is their most urgent need at the moment. In the same year, we worked intensively on this Aladdin Toolkit. Let me show you what the website looks like. The Aladdin Toolkit for setting up basic documentation centers for adult learning is really at the very, very basic level for very basic information management of books. And what we try to put together there is what are the first steps you have to think about when organizing an information collection. And there, for example, we also give links to various manuals on setting up documentation centers. Meaning we don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are manuals out there already. You find them under first steps. We also give information on cataloging tools, and we also give a cataloging software based on the UNESCO CDS ISIS software at a very basic level. I also put together links on donation agencies, as this is a request I get very often. Who can help us with donating books? Who can help us with donating computers? So you find a list of agencies there and a list of funding sources. It's all on this Aladdin Toolkit website. Then in March 2006 has been another Aladdin India workshop, and there you talked about the framework for developing a capacity building initiative, and you gave the name PALDIN to this framework. Following the workshop, 16 course writers were invited to write the units. At the beginning of this year, we had another task force meeting, and then in March, there was another National PALDIN workshop where people looked at the course units that were written, and they have started to think about the pilot process, how to pilot the material. Then in April, my Latin American colleagues, they updated their bibliography on Latin America, which I am also happy to see that it's an ongoing process. In July and summer, Professor Shah and I have worked on the PALDIN website. This was an initiative where I really felt very strongly that we have to document what's happening here in India as a very good example for Aladdin and for the world to see how did this all happen. Just what I told you in a few words, you find there in very enlarged version. So on this website, which is a very basic and simple website, there you find basic information on PALDIN, the developments that led there, but also the course content, meaning access to all the draft units. You can all print them out there. So for me, that's a form of project documentation, which I critically say myself, I even myself do not do often enough. I know I should, but I do not do it often enough. So there I really took it serious to share the PALDIN experience with interested persons and other institutions worldwide. You know that the PALDIN pilot was going on earlier this year. Let me end my presentation by saying that for me the short-term vision is to reach Confinteia 6 in Brazil in May 2009. There, Aladdin has of course the chance but also the responsibility to present what has happened in the last 12 years. Aladdin is a direct Confinteia follow-up, as I told to you earlier, and there I have to give stock. I have to say what difference did it make. It's not enough to just say we did this and this and this like I just did to you. I did it to you to give you an understanding how a network really works. But at that presentation I might really have to say what difference did it make. This is a very different question. I was also told by my supervisor that my institute is the coordinating body for preparing this conference. So it has a key role there. And she said she can already see that Confinteia will revolve around 3 to 4 subject areas. And she says that capacity building of adult educators is very likely one of those subject areas. So I was very glad to hear that as there with Baldin, we can of course show something exactly to the point of their need. So thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Ms. Krolak. Can we have questions or points of discussions, any issues which you would all like to raise?
Have you some membership fees also?
No.
No.
Okay.
If Aladdin or UNESCO, your institute,